On 8 out of 10 Cats, bang, bang, it's Vic Reeves. From The Apprentice, she's hired Katie Hopkins. And their captain, Sean Locke. And facing them tonight, Northern Soul, Johnny Vegas. He's a bit tasty, Danny Dyer. And our new team captain, Jason Manford. Now, welcome your host, Jimmy Carr.
Hello and welcome to 8 out of 10 Cats, a show about opinion polls, surveys and statistics. Did you know, for example, the highest speed ever achieved on a bicycle was 166.94 miles per hour. It was recorded at a level crossing. Because the train hit the man. 18% of men check their tyre pressure every week. Yeah, that seems fine. The average age of naturists is 55. Sorry, that should read, sadly, the average age of naturists is 55. Right, let's get on with the show. What are you talking about? That's the name of our first round. We've teamed up with a leading polling organisation and they've asked the British nation what stories they've been discussing this week. It's our panellists' job to guess the British public's top 5 most popular talking points. Jason and your team, you're up first. What have the nation been talking about this week?
Is it,
Paris.
Paris? Yeah, Paris Hilton. Paris was put in jail for drink driving. Then she was released after 3 days. And then she got put back in jail again when the judge found out that she got out. So she's not best pleased. She's been on hunger strike as well for 25 years. Well,
She's taking that seriously.
yes, she is.
She got out for psychological reasons, didn't she?
Yeah, I
Don't
think,
let her out, then they put her back.
I think she got out of prison. She managed to do it because she was depressed.
Yeah.
Which is extraordinary, because no one's elated.
It's incredible. There's nobody who feels sorry for her, do they?
Is that how you get out of prison, if you're depressed?
Yeah. If you don't like it, they go, oh, come on then.
With the drink driving thing, she claimed she didn't know she was banned from driving because someone else opens her post. She's too lazy to look at it herself.
I got pulled up for speeding, and he thought I'd stolen the car because I had a northern accent. And he asked me when I'd bought the car, I told him I didn't know. He asked me when I'd passed my test, I told him I didn't know. He asked me what the insurance cost, I said I don't know. And to my eternal shame, I said, I have somebody who does that for me.
You've changed, Johnny.
I know.
Have you got a PA, Johnny?
She's more of a best friend that I pay to run my life. And she dresses me.
I don't think of anything worse than being your PA. 2 o'clock in the morning. I want a wagon wheel. Like, oh, for God's sake.
That's the Apprentice show I want to see. Come and work for Johnny Vegas. They all left on the first day.
Every morning, 4 o'clock, she gets a call. I've started another fire.
Shall we have a look and see whether Paris Hilton is one of the most talked about things this week? I have a feeling she might be. Yes, indeed. She's the most talked about thing this week. This is the story that Paris Hilton has been sent to jail. Paris is now on suicide watch, and Bill Oddie will be hosting. Fantastic. Sean, Katie, Vic, what else have the nation been talking about this week?
Is it the Formula One kid, the super-duper new Formula One, British Formula One?
Oh, I heard about him, yeah.
Lewis Hamilton, and he's won a Grand Prix and he's very fast. He's the new Michael Schumacher.
People are saying he could be the new Tim Henman if there's an accident. He never wins anything ever again. He's only 22, it's amazing. You watch Formula One, don't you?
No, not really.
OK,
no.
I'm glad I asked.
I think it's weird, people who watch Formula One. It's all right on the telly, but those people who spend loads of money to go to Monaco and watch it, just to stand there, hundreds of quid, just to go... Well, he was good, wasn't he? Hear that one. He was proper fast. I don't understand it. I don't know why you'd bother going.
Well, I quite like the fact that it's boring. A lot of people complain about Formula One, but I think it's one of its major pluses, is the fact it's really boring. Because nothing can spoil it. You can do drilling, hoovering, you can go up, have a sleep, come back, you're still in the lead. You don't even need to watch the end. You just look at the podium, yeah, he won. Perfect, it's the most boring sport.
Let's have a look and see whether Lewis Hamilton, a British sporting hero, is one of the most talked about things this week.
Hey, number 2.
Yes, Yes, Lewis Hamilton has won his first Grand Prix, making him the youngest ever leader of the Formula One championship. It's a dangerous sport. Lewis stared death in the face before realising it was Bernie Ecclestone handing him a trophy. Jason, what else have the world been talking about this week?
Is it kids? No, every day in the paper for like last week there's been a story about kids not being hard enough, or some bloke from ROSPA, the Royal Society of Prevention of Accidents, has said that kids should climb trees so that they break their wrist. I mean, he's in the wrong job, let's be honest. Right?
She worked for the Royal Society for the Promotion of Accidents.
I had a mate when I was at school, not showing off, and he was proper hard, always climbing trees and eating berries and stuff and chasing worms. And
yeah, proper hard.
He was brilliant, you know what I mean? And he's dead now. But what 13 years, brilliant. You had a right laugh.
What we used to do is, which I think's fine, is get a scaffold pole and fire fireworks at each other. It was great.
But you were brought up in Basra, right? If you're watching, don't try that at home. Do it outside.
When I was a lad, there was a gang. I lived in a little place in Manchester called Chorlton, and there was a gang called the Chorlton Bad Boy Club, and they used to graffiti the initials all over the place. CBBC was here. You got a tattoo of John Craven.
You've got kids, haven't you?
Yeah, I was at my daughter's 3rd birthday yesterday.
You went to that, that's nice, yeah. Well done.
Just remember. But I think, no, a bit of, you know, rough and tumble, a few bashes.
So you chuck them out of trees and...
No, but a few bashes. My daughter was in a full body plaster cast quite recently for 3 months.
What the fucking hell did you do to her?
Well, whatever her daughter did, she won't be doing it again.
It was really hard carrying her around because she was solid.
I thought that'd be easier.
Like a Solvite baby.
Well, it wasn't anything too serious, was it?
Yeah, her leg...
Anything too serious? She's a full body cast, man!
Vic, you're a father.
I would always let them injure themselves and, in fact, encourage it. Alice, who's the eldest, I would encourage her to run into walls and not get any sympathy. So she knew what was coming. And with Louis, he was given a revolver.
I often push a pub door open and go, "You soft bastard," and then just leave my son stood there in the street. Let him face the music.
How old's your boy again?
4.
Shall we see if mollycoddling our children is up there? Yes, it is. Yes, this is the story that we're wrapping our kids in cotton wool. They're spending too much time stressed about exams and not enough playing outside. Of course, exams are a lot easier than they used to be. Apart from history, that's got harder. More things have happened. Although, thanks to rising sea levels, geography is getting much easier. Sean's team, what else have the nation been talking about this week?
Well, I think it's your show, isn't it? The Apprentice. They've been talking about that a lot. Very popular, wasn't it? You're all over the papers, aren't you?
A little bit.
It's like a rash.
Do you think the best man won?
I'm delighted that Simon won, and I'm delighted that Christina didn't.
Ooh. Who was your favourite? Who do you like the most?
I probably like Trey the most. Yeah.
Trey is amazing.
Yeah,
I'm a bullshitter. I'm a bullshitter, I bullshit.
Who do you
I'm a
mean?
bullshitter. I do nothing but bullshit. I'm a bullshitter. He's an incredible character. He seemed to think bullshitting was the best possible thing in a businessman.
Doesn't Alan Sugar say, I don't like liars, cheats, bullshitters and arse-lickers? You can't help feeling the last two, he's really upped the ante there, hasn't he? Liars, cheats, he goes, bullshitters, arse-lickers. I wonder if they stopped him and he went, suckers, mother gypsies, the poor, eagles. And he really gets carried away. It's a very mainstream show.
Who do you think should have won, Danny?
I think Christina should have won, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, she had a dodgy set of teeth on her, but I think she was she was more, you know, the other geezer irritated me. I just couldn't get me nut round him, but,
We're going to have subtitles for this, aren't we?
Yeah. I've not actually seen it, but I did see you in the papers. Behind a gate.
Yes.
If you're going to have sex in a field, don't do it by a gate.
Where's better, though?
Well, behind the bush.
You've you've sort of come out of The Apprentice as the biggest star.
Are you going to develop a show now like Badger did? Hopkins, Happy Home, Bust-Ups. Hello, I'm in Cleethorpes with Jeff. He runs a small printing company, so I'm going to shag him. Well, the thing is, Jeff, once you've got rid of the wife and kids, we can focus on output.
Well, that is burnt on my retina.
I bet this is quite strange for you, Katie. It's like you're trapped in a rural petrol station. No blokes filling up your car going, yeah, I bet you give it a...
Let's see if The Apprentice is one of the most talked about things this week. Yes, it is. The best thing Alan Sugar said this year was, I've got a gut feeling in my stomach. That kind of use of the English language makes me want to punch his face in the face. You've got one more to get his fingers on buzzers. Jason.
It's Prince Harry.
Prince Harry, tell me more.
Prince Harry in trouble because his lads are in Iraq and Afghanistan and whatnot, doing a war.
Doing a war?
Doing a war. Yeah, and...
How long have you been sat next to Danny
I'm
Dyer?
catching it, it's amazing.
They're off there doing a war.
Get all warmed up.
And he was in Canada at some sort of strip club getting boobs in his face.
I love him, that Harry. He's a raving lunatic. Out of his nut, loads of birds around, a big joint hanging out of his mouth.
Dressed as a Nazi.
Legend.
He's well up for it.
My favourite bit was he was talking to a barmaid and he didn't want to reveal his true identity. So when she said, "What's your name?" he went, "Gary." That was the best he could come up with. Prince Gary.
Danny, do you think he should have gone to Iraq?
Yeah, I think he should have got involved, definitely.
Should have got involved.
Do you not worry about him being out there, like, getting shot at and... Like, he can't camouflage, can he? Do you know what I mean? You imagine two Iraqi soldiers. Did you just see that tree move? What, the one with ginger hair? You know what I mean?
Let's have a look and see whether Prince Harry is up there. Yes, this is the story that Prince Harry visited a strip club in Canada whilst his colleagues were fighting in Iraq. A strip club is very much like Iraq. Young men getting slaughtered, bazookas everywhere, weapons going off. It's more expensive than you think when you go in. Muslims don't like it. I blame Bush. Well, at the end of that round, I can tell you that Sean, Vic and Katie have 2 points. Jason, Johnny and Danny have 3 points. Our next round is called Pick of the Polls. Our teams choose a picture and then they have to answer a question based on a related survey or statistic. OK, Sean's team, you're to go first. Pick one.
I like the people who are carrying a sturgeon.
Catfish.
It's a what's worse question. According to statistics, what's more risky, fishing or horse riding?
Well, horse riding is much more dangerous, isn't it?
You're going horses?
It's more dangerous because when you fall off horses, you can only fall in the riverbank, which is by rights near the edge, so not as deep as the middle, so you should be able to get out.
No one's ever tried fishing at sea, have they?
Oh, you didn't say that, did you? You didn't say that. Not all fishing. Of course, fishing's more dangerous if you're in a trawler. Now.
I think I said fishing or horse riding.
You said fishing like it's fishing. You can go fishing. Like commercial.
All right, let me do it again,
huge,
Sean.
Big Russian ships. I mean, of course fishing's worse than horse riding. You're living out in a trawler in the North Sea. Force 9, you've got no chance.
All right, what's more dangerous? Fishing or horse riding? What is more dangerous?
Yes, thank you. Let's start again. Well, I think it's horse riding.
Final answer?
It's obviously fishing. If you're including all fishing, do you think I'm stupid?
I can tell you that fishing is riskier. Yeah, you're 6 times more likely to die fishing than you are horse riding, and the chances increase dramatically if you're a fish. Jason, Johnny and Danny, what picture do you fancy answering a question on?
That's number 3.
Number 3 represents hospitals.
That's not a real person. He's sick. He's made of plastic.
Look at Jimmy's hair. He might be a relative. He looks very smart.
Let's go for President Bush.
OK, you picked George Bush. It was reported this week the President of the United States had his watch stolen in Albania. It's incredible, isn't it? Legend. We polled our studio audience and asked them, if you found George Bush's watch, would you give it back to him or put it on eBay? Which way do you think they voted?
He's had his watch stolen.
He's had his watch stolen,
He's had his watch stolen, as they say, he could have taken his watch off.
He could not on his own. Yeah. We never figured that out.
Oh, but that's quite rude if he's taken his watch off. Is that saying he doesn't trust the Albanian people? That'd be a very rude thing to do. Before you met some people, you just go, actually, before I shake your hand, I must remove this, because you're a thieving bastard.
I've had a watch stolen, and it's not nice. I was walking home, and these two lads got me from behind, right? Not like in the biblical sense. They attacked me. They attacked me from behind, and I was on the floor, and one of them, as they walked off, because they went, "Oh, give us your money or we'll beat you up," and I gave them the money, and then they beat me up, and you're like, "Oh, we had a deal, you bastards." Anyway. And I was on the floor, and one of them goes, as they walked off, one of them went, "Hey, get his watch, don't forget his watch." And he rolled up my sleeve. I had a Casio Illuminator, right? Brilliant watch, right? It sells the time in 3 different countries, right? It's England, Scotland, Wales, but it's all right, right? It's brilliant, right? And he looked at me watch, rolled the sleeve up, he saw it, he went, "Nah, sack it," and just walked off. I was like, "You'll fucking take it, you cheeky bastard." This is an audience poll, then. You've asked...
Yeah, we've asked the studio audience this evening, would they return the watch or would they sell it on eBay?
I'd say they put it on eBay, the bastards.
Yeah. You think they put it on eBay? OK. Well, I can tell you that a massive 85% of our studio audience voted to put it on eBay. So, Jason, you get the point. Well done. George Bush has stolen an election, invaded a country on false pretences, tortured, lied and not signed the Kyoto Agreement. But now his watch has been stolen. If you're watching, Karma, make an effort. So at the end of that round, it's 3 points for Sean's team and 4 points to Jason's team. Join me after the break, we will be finding out what the worst faux pas to make at a job interview is. Welcome back to 8 out of 10 Cats. The next round is Believe It or Not. In this round, I'll give the panellists a simple statement. All they have to do is decide whether they think it's true or false. Let's have a look at a clip to illustrate that statistic.
Does the shoulder strap of your car cut into your shoulder? Is your shoulder strap too tight and annoying? Introducing the Teddy Bear, the cute little guy that eliminates all those problems.
My shoulder strap used to pull so tight I could hardly breathe. Now with the Teddy Bear, I really enjoy traveling again.
My wife used to always complain about the pressure from her shoulder belt. Not anymore.
And the Teddy Bear worked so great, he got one for himself, too.
Place it here, or anywhere you need to keep those irritating straps from digging in. Call and order your Teddy Bear right now.
I'd love to be a Teddy Bear. Here is your related statistic. 41% of women drivers would rather hit a motorcycle courier than a rabbit. What do you think?
I'm fully comp, so I don't care what I hit, really. I'll take the Pope out, doesn't matter. It's not a dilemma most women face on a regular basis, is it?
Well...
Have you ever been careering in the car?
Yeah.
There's been a motorcycle courier and a rabbit.
Yeah, and then you go on the basis of size, because the bigger thing you don't want to hit, do you?
So you're not really bothered about the moral dilemma of, like, killing a human or a rabbit? No, that's interesting.
Did they have a question which went, would you hit a rabbit? And the woman went, no. What would you hit? Motorcycle courier?
It's a bit offensive to women, isn't it? In a way, it's like saying, oh, you don't really like hitting bunnies, do you? Is it? Do you not find that a bit sexist?
Well, yeah.
No, I just think it's limited in the choice of things you could hit.
Would you, speaking as a woman driver, you'd like more of an array of things to hit? Vic, what would you rather hit?
If it was a big rabbit, I'd go straight for it. What's the other option, a curry?
I'd like to go through Longleat at 90. That'd be interesting, wouldn't it?
Can I just do a survey for my own personal...
Yes, of course, Vic.
Now, I've got 20 rabbits in my garden and they're eating me lettuces. Hands up who thinks I should shoot them. Not enough people. So it's the poison, then.
OK, I'm going to push you for an answer on this. 41% of women drivers would rather hit a motorcycle courier than a rabbit.
True!
All right, true. All right.
True!
Sean, what do you think?
I think it's false.
Well, I can tell you the answer is false. You get the point there, Sean? But incredibly, 11% of women would rather hit a motorcycle courier than a rabbit. I can see the logic. If you run over a rabbit, all you've got is a dead rabbit. If you run over a courier, free pizza. So at the end of that round, it is 4 points to Sean's team and 4 points to Jason's team. And the winner is the name of our final round. Here is your first one. Top luxury that men want in their house.
A perfumed, underlit stallion.
It's not in the top 10.
Porn.
Porn?
Porn.
As the luxury in their house. A window into Danny Dyer's world. It's a luxurious house.
No, I mean, good bit of porn, you know, right, good bit.
Is it a Fabergé egg? Just like
Look at the two guys on your team. Yeah? And imagine how much they both want a Fabergé egg. Johnny would eat fucking 8.
Next time. Enchanted talking furniture. Like Beauty and the Beast, and when you bring a woman back, they convince her not to leave.
He's the new face of DFS.
Johnny, that would go with my idea, which is a penguin trained as a butler.
Two of them together.
Yeah. I tell you what I'd like is leather cutlery. The ultimate luxury. Like, they're looking at a woman, they're eating a leather spoon. Lovely spoon.
Is it a duvet? Yeah. Made out of Ginster's pasties. And every morning you have to eat your way out.
A panic room.
A panic room?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not really for you. That would be for whoever's in the house with you. To do with water.
Taps. Jacuzzi.
That's the right answer, yeah. Worst faux pas at a job interview.
Is it being a...
What's the worst thing you can do at a job interview?
Yeah, probably turn it down just before you get it.
Turn it down because you didn't get permission from your mum and dad?
Oh.
Is it asking if it's all right if stock goes missing?
It's to do with being kind of a chatterbox.
Screaming.
Answering a question with a question. No.
Is it that?
I'm trying to say something fucking sensible and I've nosed it now, see?
He's only got a fucking nosed it.
Talking too much.
That is a correct answer, Sean. Well, that sound tells me it's the end of the round and the end of the show, which means the final scores are Jason's team have 4 points, Sean's team are the winners with 6 points. Thanks to all our panellists, our wonderful studio audience, and to all of you for watching at home. That's it from us. Good night.
And there's more next Friday at 9:30 and at midnight tonight. 4Music presents the O2 Wireless Festival with performances from Faithless and Mark Ronson. Coming up next here on 4, the first live eviction for this year in Big Brother.